I
I
should
don't.
have voted. I should,
Do I care about you? No.
I should have voted your ass out.
Go ahead. It's too late.
Hello and good morning. I just wanted to get that on the recording because it's funny to start off with you fighting right before we're about to go into loving, happy, fun memories of the entire cast.
Yeah, Chris sucks. You know that?
Chris Stoner's not in the Rites of Passage because he is here with you, Jester, as you guys are the final two. Today is the day. Tonight, in just about 8 hours' time, we will start finale and find out who is the winner of Triumph Season 2.
I'm the winner. Stoner sucks. Like, for real. He just follow my lead. That's pretty much he does.
Oh, I love the shade on this day, on this lovely finale day. That's fun. I love drama. But anyway, yes, before we get to finale tonight, we will go through Rites of Passage. As you all know from Classic Survivor, this is basically a tradition. You go through every person that has left the game before you and talk lovingly in their memory as if they have died, which they have not died, but they have died within the game of Triumph. I know, right? So we're gonna hear this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started with these slides. Well, after I share my,
I have a request.
Can I share my screen?
I have a request. Jester, can we do this the whole time?
Fuck you. Do your thing. I'm not stupid.
I cannot.
My arms hurt so bad.
Good for you. So you cannot perform later.
Can y'all see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, and I am still recording, so that's awesome. Alrighty, so we will get into it with the Rites of Passage. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, starting us off in our fun Rites of Passage is Ashton, who got 18th place. Go right ahead.
Chris, you can start. Since
All right. Ashton, oh my gosh. So our very first tribal, and you went out with the fiery exit. You honestly, I think you were just the main target because that was the easiest way to get all of us together as moving forward as a unified group. I know personally, my strategy in the beginning is keep everyone happy family. And unfortunately, that was, I think, the vote that kept everyone as a happy family. I actually didn't vote you, though. I voted Stevie because I wanted to make Stevie paranoid. No one knows that I voted Stevie until now. But nothing. Ashton, you were very, very fun to play with. It sucks you went home early, but I do think that was the best thing for the tribe to keep everyone as a happy group. But you were fun to talk to, and I hope you're doing all right.
hello, Ashton. Don't believe too Stoner what he's saying right now. He just, he's targeting you from the get-go. I'm just kidding. Ashton, I love your personality from the moment that we had call on the group calls or the tribe calls, and it was so fantastic. It's just that you didn't talk morally on one-on-ones that maybe cost you your game to be early boot. But of course, I do really love how you play, Ashton, and I do really love to know you. Maybe after this game, let's talk and get to know each other. I'm done.
Alrighty, we will go on to the next person, 17th placer, which is Seb. Go right ahead.
I'll start this one. Okay, Seb. Of course, Seb was the one. Is like, I would, if Seb makes to like merge, I think he would go so far in this game. He's such a game player. He was targeting Stevie the moment the moment we lost the challenge. That's how he plays the game. He makes sure that his name is not out there but aggressive. It cost him that everyone thinks he's playing hard that time. So unfortunately, Sam, I cannot save you, even though I do want to save you because you're chaotic, and that I can hide with you, but like you play too hard in the first. You play too hard in the first first merge, or not even first merge, the pre-merge part of the game, and it costs your game.
Yeah, Seb, bro. Honestly, that's just said it pretty well. Honestly, like again, my strategy beginning, everyone happy, happy family. And you were like, get Stevie out. And that wasn't cool, man. Like Stevie was, I think he was a vital part of my alliance at that point in time. And another big thing that scared us, I think, is the fact that you and Allie were hosting together. That's a big thing. That was a huge, honestly, thing, because that's like a final two that you got from day one that none of us had. You know, we all had to build our connections, and you guys, bam, coming in hot. And I think honestly, just you going for Stevie, that really cemented it. I think there's a decent chance that Stevie would have gotten second boot if you weren't so adamant on getting Stevie out the very first tribal council. You are a good player. I've noticed actually you've been commenting on the Facebook post a lot. So you're still watching the game, which is cool. You're a good player, man. That's really all I gotta say is that's why you went home, is because you were going so hard day one. That's it.
Okay, next up is 16th placer Allie.
You start, Chris.
Honestly, I sound like I'm on repeat mode. But it's the same thing. Keeping everyone happy, keeping everyone united, unified, one big group. And you being Seb's little partner in crime, I think that was just the cement and everything. You know, it was like, okay, look, swap's probably happening. Who's gonna flip? It's probably Allie. You know, let's just keep it simple, keep it straight. Let's go. I do think you were really fun to talk to. I really did enjoy our talks. I actually think I got along with you. I feel like, well, I got along with Seb, but I feel like me and you clicked a lot more than me and Seb did. But at the end of the day, it was just an easy vote. And you know, I think if you and Seb had got out of that predicament, I think you guys could have been a very strong duo. So
Allie, again, the Leslie Stoner, Allie is not a flipper. I see her gameplay. I see how she plays the game. That girl is gonna be loyal as hell if she goes part in this game. But Ali, I've known Ali before this game. I've met her in Sequester. I've met her in the Twitter orgs, and I hosted her on Broski. So like knowing Ali from the get go is helps my game pretty much because she's praising me enough to boost my confidence and boost others to work with me. And I think Alice is one of the sweetest person that you would ever meet in this community. She's one of the sweetest. No one would beat that because even though like I don't think she's getting mad for some reason. And of course, congrats that you and Kevin finally met. So I'm so happy for that you guys are already met and having fun times and share love together. Yeah, Ali, I wish you all the best, and I hope I can still talk to you after this game, and definitely will talk after this game.
Okay, next up is our 15th placer Amanda.
oh gosh. All right. Well, this is when the game really started heating up. Amanda, honestly, I had one goal in mind, was to win immunity, right? How do I keep the strongest group? And at that point in time, I had Jackson and Kendall with me, and I had my new buddy CJ, right? And I was like, okay, maybe I keep all four of us together. So you were the casualty, and I think that was what I had to do to set myself up for the next round. As soon as we swapped, I knew that I wanted to work with CJ. It was just a matter of how do I work with CJ without screwing myself over. And I do think if I would have voted with you guys the first round, it would have been bad news for me. I think it worked out voting you out first and then going after Jackson and Kendall. You were fun to talk to. I think it was just you and CJ were throwing each other on the bus so hard, and you guys are just batting at each other nonstop. And we had to pick one of you guys. And ultimately, I think I just had a really good connection with CJ that unfortunately me and you didn't have. And that's really the only reason that you went home. I think you just got swap fucked.
Amanda, of course, you're the only person that I didn't meet in this game, so I there's nothing much to say. But I've watched your intro. I think you're sweet and like sincere in any words you might tell to them. It is just yes, I think Stoner just tell that you might get swap fucked. And if you do got the numbers, I'm thinking you're gonna really go far in this game. It's just the luck of the game that you never had in this season. So, but anyways, I think I'm still gonna see you in the org committee. It looks like you were one of the populars in this cast. So I would love to see you play more and get to know you more. Ay! Oh, oh.
I couldn't figure out how to unmute for a second, but yes, next up is our 14th placer, Mr. Jackson.
Ah!
Hottie Toddy Jackson. That's coming from my personal opinion. Jackson was the most attractive on the cast. Anyway, go on.
Well, my first crush in this game, okay? Before Stoner, because Stoner just went along because I have no choice. But anyways, Jackson, he was the first one, like, I mean, he is a eye candy. God Lord, Mother Lord. He's so gorgeous. Even Brian called him Zaddy Jackson. Just how hot it is. And I have a call with him, and I was like, just feeling like I'm in the heavens talking to Jackson. Unfortunately, my second crush took you out. So like, it's hard for me to get to not even play with you on the merge part, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be loyal to me when it comes to the merge part because you've been acting sus before we go to swap anyways, and I really want to target you before the swap anyways. So good thing Stoner do the dirty move for me and it works.
Oh man, Zaddy Jackson, what's up, bro? Bro, oh shit. You was the elimination that I felt the most bad about pre-merge. Me and we clicked from day one. We were bros, we had a lot of common and we were clicking. And that's why you had to go home. I realized on OG Tribes, everyone fucking loved you. Every single person I talked to is like, I love Jackson. I love Jackson. He's smart. He's hot. He's funny. He's great. And I'm just like, oh, no. Jackson's got to go. And the opportunity came pre-merge when we swapped. And I was ready to go to Rocks that night. We were going to Rocks until I got a Kendall to flip. And honestly, you were such an amazing sport. Like the next day, I think it was like 2 days later, we're on a mini on Skype. And you walk in and you're just like, yeah, you're just like, good job. You're like, hey everybody but Stoner. And you're like, Stoner, I got nothing but love for you. I hope you win this game. I'm rooting for you. And that was 2 days after you got voted out. And you were such a good sport about it. You were so amazing, so just no grudges. You were just so happy to even get the chance to play. And I honestly think if you would have told Kendall, like, look, if you flip, you're next. We got to sit together. I do think Kendall would have gone to Rocks. I think I would have probably drawn the Rock. And I think you would have been sitting here, honestly. I think if you merge, no one's taking you out. I truly, really think that. Nothing but fucking love, dude. You are an amazing player. And that's why that move that night had to be you. CJ didn't want to do you. CJ wanted Kendall that night. But there's no fucking way. If we're taking a shot, we got to take a shot at Jackson because Jackson's fucking King Jackson, Nothing but love, dude. Amazing fucking player, amazing person. Very glad we got a chance to play it. I'm looking forward to catching up afterwards. You're definitely one of my bros, very happy I got to meet you.
Okay. Moving on to our next is 13th placer Marvin.
You should start, Chris.
Marvin, you're the one person I don't know in this game. You're the only person I did not vote out, I did not meet, I had no interaction with. I've heard good things about you, though. I think you just went a little MIA. I'm glad that you went MIA because that means my boy Jess made the merge. So thank you for that. But I wish we could have talked. Unfortunately, I don't have much to say just because we never got to meet in the game. But hopefully after the season, we can kind of link up and get to know each other a little bit.
Yes, the other daddy in this tribe, the other daddy in this season, Marvin. Marvin really makes the chat for us in the first place. I didn't make a chat with him because, like, I'm gonna target him anyway, so why would I make a chat? But anyways, yes, Marvin is one of the let's be honest, one of the best physical competitors in this cast. And if it's like he's just inactive. Not inactive where like he doesn't participate, but he does still participate. It's just the time zone where we're more active. He is more active at the midnights where pretty much people sleep and I'm not because I work graveyard. So I kind of did have a talk with you. It is just you're busy in your times and I cannot even had a talk with you and the other people sees that. I mean, it's either you or Kelly that night or it's either you or me that night. But I chose Kelly to be safe because I think Sam likes Kelly more than you, and you're the one that targets. And I'm so sad that you that I haven't got to know you that much, but I know you are a legend in this game. I've seen you in the org community a lot. So like I still see you gameplay. I still see you play. At the moment you came back in your hometown, in your home, I'm definitely seeing you gonna play and you're just gonna rock it solid in your gameplays. So yeah.
Okay, going on to our last pre-merger, 12th placer Kendall.
I'm gonna start because Stoner sucks. So our Kendall Queen, you know that I argue with Chris the moment of the merge. I said to him, why you voted out our queen, Kendall? Why you keep CJ over Kendall? Kendall is a number for us. And you just take out the number for us. But of course, I did understand how Stormy did because he doesn't just want to flip flop and be flip flop in the merge and got him targeted. So I really do understand that. But you know, Kendall, even though you've been saying that you don't go far in this game, I'm really thinking you have potential to go win in this game. Kendall, you're such a threat. You're likable. You're not even part of the alliance, and you want Jackson to flip on your side, even Stevie on your side, because that's how you're likable and social you are. And of course, the Chick-fil-A queen. I really love Chick-fil-A. So like we've been talking about Chick-fil-A's all too much, and it just fun times. And I really do miss you. I think I'm gonna talk to you after that. I'm just gonna hit you up the moment this game ends. I mean, it's already ended, but of course we have to do the final tribal council. But I'm glad I want to talk to you even more and maybe more Chick-fil-A's. Maybe hit me up on free Chick-fil-A's, right? So yeah, I'll see you, Kendall.
Oh, Kendall. Oh, sweet Kendall. You are so fucking nice. Fucking ballsy. Oh my god, you gave me one for the money. That night, we were literally 7 minutes from drawing a rock. We were drawing a rock until Megan said, "You know, you got 7 minutes," and we're like, "All right, you want to talk a little bit more?" I'm glad you made the decision to flip because I would have drawn a rock that night, and I probably would have got rocked out. And thanks to you, I didn't have to draw a rock. Nothing but love for you, honestly. The reason I couldn't flip back is me and CJ had developed such a good bond. I knew CJ was a number for me. And at that point in time, I don't think anyone knows this. It's been a secret. So I was the one that exposed our alliance, Jester, the alliance of 5 against Kendall. I was the one who told Kendall about it at Tribal to get her to flip. And then I blamed it on Jackson at the merge to try to cover my ass. And and Kendall, I was genuine. Like I do think if we did not lose that challenge, we would have worked together. I think that you had my back after that, and I think you did trust me. But once we lost, for me, it was unfortunately a no-brainer. Me and CJ done a lot, and the fact that I was going to Rockstar CJ, I think that helped my case because that bringing CJ to the merge brought me so many options. It brought Sam, Derek, Josh, all these people that didn't necessarily, that may not want to work with me before. Now they had a free pass to work with me because of CJ. And I truly think if I voted out CJ that night, I would not have had those same options. I really think that. So honestly, you going home is a big reason that I'm here. Amazing person, so sweet. My favorite quote of yours was the night Jackson went home. You looked at Jackson, you said, "Jackson, I want to play smart." And Jackson, being the good sport he is, said, "Kendall, go play smart. Do what you got to do." And I do think you made the smart move. no one knew that we were going to go on a fucking 10 losing streak. And if we didn't lose, I think I know personally, you and CJ would have been my number 1 and 2, 1,000%. Jessica would have been my number 3, and you were one challenge away from being a very strong ally of mine. So nothing but love, Kendall. Amazing player, amazing person. And I do think you played smart. And I think you played good. And I'm excited to see what you can do next game.
Okay, moving on to our first juror, we have Josh.
You start, Chris. I have a lot of stuff.
Oh, Josh, bro. Oh, I was so hyped up for the Cutthroat Boys. Me, you, Sam, and Derek. That was my 4. From as soon as we merged, that was the 4 that I wanted. I was like, us 4, gotta do it. And Sam and Derek, they're talking to me. They're like, Josh ain't with us. Josh is not with the Cutthroat Boys. And I'm like, oh no. And the fact that you went home with 3 idols is insane. I don't think anyone expected that. I know I didn't expect that. I was telling everyone after tribal that you're lying. You're full of shit. Ain't no fucking way this man had 3 idols. But apparently you did. I don't know how the hell you did it. Mad props, dude. I do think you're an amazing player. I think that's why you went home first in the merge, was because everyone knew how hard you were playing. You had boot loose going around. You had plans. You had idols. You had allies. And I think if you did not go home that night, you would make a deep run. Because the thing is, you would have 3 idols. 3 fucking idols you could have played. And that's scary, man. Nothing but love. I hope when you see this, you do understand that I really did want the Cutthroat Boys. That was my 4. Me, you, Sam, Derek. And it just didn't pan out. So that's all right. You're an amazing player. I'm glad we finally got to play after hosting you in Cutthroat 4. So yeah, that's it.
Josh. The moment, okay, I know Josh from Havoc. I think I tell this to Stoner that I flirted with you so much in Havoc and you voted my ass out. And you did try to tell me this time around that what it happens, because I was super blindsided, and I'm pretty, and not gonna lie, I was salty as hell. But of course, I did tell them, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. But the moment the merge comes, you freaking target me. And I was like, Josh, I'm giving you a second chance and you're targeting me. And I was like, it's not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen this time. I'm gonna cut you out before you cut me. But of course, on the first merge, we're freaking flirty, and we've been talking a lot of unnecessary that doesn't need to know. People need to know. Um, of course, you were excited to meet someone in the game like letter K, and of course, that's your weakness. So like, our conversation is just a lot of fun, and I think you kind of did trust me for not using that idol, because I know you have an idol, and you've been trying to suss me out if I'm voting you out. And I did my best thing I can do to not play that idol, and it works. So sucks to be a good alpha male that can just find an idol. Let's be honest. One, because if you have that in your pocket, we gonna have to go around to your people before we got you, because that's the idol works. It's like people make scared, and people would love to work with you once you have that power. So Josh, you're a great player, and I hope we can talk more, and I'll see you soon, definitely.
Okay, next up we have 10th placer Stevie.
I'll start. Okay, Stevie, the moment I talk to Stevie, we're just talking about girls. Like, of course, like girl. I mean, let's talk about Ariana Grande, Mariah Carey, those divas. Like, Stevie is such a legend, and he shows me the Ariana Grande costume that he had on the last Halloween. Stevie, you're such a fun of joy to even talk, to even work with you. You have a lot of things going on in your plans. You have a lot of plans, girl. Like, sometimes maybe like next time, maybe less of that plan, but This time there's a lot of plans. You're targeting Kelly, you're targeting Josh, you're targeting everyone, you're targeting Stoner, that even my number even everyone thinks that I'm his number one, or like we've been close since pre-merge, and you target Stoner to me. So like it's not gonna work, Stevie. But Stevie, I always have fun talking to you. I still really want to talk to you more after the game, because I feel we're so connected and we feel so you're so likable, and I think you had fun in this game. It just shows that in your exit also that you were that rogue legend fancy. So yes, Stevie, I love you, guy. I hope I can see you too. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Talk to you later.
Oh, Stevie. Oh, sweet Stevie. Bro, you came in this game hot, coming out, guns fucking blazing on day one. And honestly, like, that's why I voted you the very first tribal council. I wanted to scare you a little bit. And I think I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised you made it as far as you did, because honestly, you fucking killed it. Like you were a strategic threat, but like aggressive as hell. You didn't give a shit. You weren't scared to go after anybody. And I think that's why you went home right after Josh, was because people knew Josh and Stevie are the people to beat. That you guys were the biggest players at the merge, and I think everyone would agree with that, honestly. Your first game, you said you got first boot. So to come into this game, your second game, and go all the way to the merge, be a force to reckon with, be a really big player, that's a compliment. And I think honestly, you get a few more games under your belt where you learn to control that threat level, you're going to be unstoppable, because you have a good read on this game. You know strategy, you know how to socialize, you're good at comps. You just got to manage that threat level. You got to make sure that you're not the biggest guy in the room, and you're gonna do wonders, honestly. So really fun talking to you, and just a really good fucking player. Like, I mean, you're scary good, aggressive, but you're not scared of nobody. You don't care, you know. So mad props.
Um, just side comment, Stoner, since you said that you're like, oh, you don't care, you don't give a shit. That just made me think of Honey Badger don't give a shit. And I hope you all are old enough to know that video. I was reminded of that video the other night. I was watching a show, and the question was about the most fearless animal, and I was like, it's fucking Honey Badger, because he don't give a shit. Anyway, so Stevie's now a Honey Badger in my eyes.
Stevie Honey Badger Williams.
Stevie Honey Badger.
Stevie Honey Badger Tyler Williams. Alrighty, next up we have ninth placer CJ.
Okay, I'm gonna start. No. I want Stoner to cry. So, CJ. Hello, CJ. I just want to talk to like the people that is in here. Yes, CJ. I've hosted CJ in the broski, and he is a fun time. I love the way he talks. I love his accent. I love his everything. It is so fun, even though, oh my God, when I call you, it's so boring. Like, oh my God. Like, I cannot get something from you. Like, I cannot get a vibe with you. Maybe it's like, it's your personality that I don't have it, and it just didn't click. But I found myself having fun. I mean, I'm being copying your freaking voice. So that's one thing. And of course, you work with Stoner. So like I had to work with you. And I know in that day you were going home. I didn't vote for you though, because I did vote for Kelly, because I want to save my Queen Kelly in terms you views an idol, because of course there's a speculate that you have an idol and there's doesn't you don't have an idol, fortunately. It's just the part of the game that of course there's a lies that comes in within the game, and you're the one that gets targeted. But either ways, I know you're gonna vote for Stoner anyway, so I don't need to like kiss your ass here, but uh, but I love to talk to you, CJ, and I think we can talk to you more later.
But just so you know, they're not going to see this till after the game, right?
I don't care.
All right, DJ, bro, this was the very first time this game that I did not know what was happening. The very first time I was blindsided was this night. Prior to that night, I knew everything that was going on in the game, and I left that tribal feeling like a fucking idiot. I legit cried to Derek and Sam because you went home. And I'm like, why the hell am I crying over a middle-aged man? Like, what the hell? And I was bawling my fucking eyes out to Derek and Sam because I felt like I lost my number one. I lost my best friend in the game. And I felt like a fucking idiot. Everyone else knew what was happening except for me. And I was like, damn, I'm stupid. But honestly, you going home lit the fucking fire into my ass. That, like, the next round, I went after Derek and hard fucking core. I knew I had to. And if you didn't go home, I don't know when that fire would have been lit. It may have never been lit, you know? And I truly think that you going home put me in game mode. Like, okay, I'm not in this great position I thought I was. I'm actually at the bottom of the fucking tribe. I got to claw my way up to the top now, and I just lost my number one ally. As soon as you swapped with my tribe, I knew CJ's my guy. And it's like, I'm going to rocks for this dude. Like, this is my boy. And nothing but love, man. We really developed a friendship out here. I think me and Jester developed a friendship. I think me and you developed a friendship. That these two friendships are things that I didn't have with many other people. And I think with you is just so crazy because we just met on a swap tribe and we just instantly click. You know, amazing player. I don't know if you had an idol or not. If you did, I wish to God you played it. But that's okay. That's how this game goes. You know, I do think you going home helped my game because it made me realize, like, okay, I'm not the player I thought I was. I'm not in the position I thought I was. And on a good note, it took away my duo. I was a free agent after that. Everyone was calling me all night. Yo, Chris, you okay? You okay? What's up? You want to talk? And I'm just like, I'm like the pretty girl at the party now. You know, everyone wants to talk to me. And I do think you going home made my game harder and easier at the same time. I cannot wait to catch up with you, dude. Ride or fucking die to the fucking end.
Cool. I didn't mean to click ahead. It wouldn't let me go backwards. So sorry for cutting CJ's picture off while Stoner was still talking. But next up is our first victim of live night, which is Derek.
You start, Chris.
Oh God, bro. Derek, I don't expect you to vote for me. I don't expect your vote. I don't expect anything from you. I did you dirty, man. Like, we had amazing talks, 2 hours, 2 hours every night. We talked for literally 2 hours about, not even about game. It was about real life shit. And I didn't have this conversation with anybody. And I wish I did, but I really did not have this conversation with anyone else. Everyone else was game talk. Me and you, we broke off into real life issues, real life problems. I can't even put in words how much it meant to me because it's a nice break from the game. At the end of the day, though, you had to go home. You were my biggest threat. And the fact that you were able to turn shit around at live night, 3 hours before live night, and Jester was going home until 3 minutes before we voted during tribal council. I'm like, Jester, Brian, Nick, we got to vote together. Come on. And if that didn't happen, you'd be here, and I'm pretty sure you'd win this game. The thing is, everyone loved you. You and Sam, power duo. I don't think Sam would have voted you out until maybe at the end. And I think Sam was a very obvious threat. You were very much under the radar, but you were digging your claws into people, and no one fucking saw it coming. Nothing but love. You know you're an amazing player. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't expect your vote. But I hope you can understand the game sense of where I was coming from and realize that was the move that I had to make that night. I'm usually the live night victim. My last 3 games, I've gone out live night. So I'm glad that I was able to pass that crown to you. Nothing but love, Derek. I'm very glad we finally got a chance to play together. Yeah.
Yes, Derek, I think no one knows this, but you were my really number one. Coming to the merge. I've been protecting you since merge. Okay, the first casualty of the Rainbow Warriors was Derek too. But me and Derek talk strategies, personal, all the time. Every time we call, we just talk long, like not like a non-stop one. Especially for like Derek wants to target Sam at 5. Derek wants to keep me on his final 2. Derek wants to keep me to talk to Stoner, to talk to Brian in order to clash. But the moment you were so paranoid on that night, the moment you voted out, I am protecting you the possible I can. You can talk to Stoner. I say, I'm not voting for Derek. I'm voting for Nick. But the moment on that tribal live, that that the mess, the chaos, that makes me okay. Derek is not with me. Derek is gonna vote for me, and I just find that out last minute before I even vote you out, because I'm just trying to make Nick be so comfortable that they don't wanna use their idol if they have an idol or not. But the moment that you were out, I was like, my game rise, because you were not there. People don't come for me. People didn't see me as a threat moving forward, because we were this, and we were like talking like that, and it helps my game. That's why I'm here in the final two, because you were the sacrifice lamb for my game. And yeah, I hope I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. You're love to talk to. I had a great friendship with you, and I want to continue it moving forward in this game. I'll see you soon, Derek.
Okay, next victim of live night getting 7th place was Kennedy.
Kennedy. I'm gonna be honest, I have not talked to Kennedy at not like I haven't talked to her most of the time. It's just because I think you will have allies that I'm not a part with your allies, and you don't want to make that. We both don't want to make that, like really like what it's called, like really like put more efforts to like working with each other, because we didn't meet at all in the pre-merge tribe. So like we just meet in the merge tribes. But the first time I talked to you, we are both pretty much emotional. Why all the Asian in this cast are in the merge? Me, you, and Brian. Me, you, Brian are in the merge, and we all just crash it. And I was like, that's the moment that me and Kennedy have, because even though we don't talk that much, we have that default connection that's already been there, and that's just rise up and represents it, erased. And of course Kennedy, of course, you're not gonna benefit my game at all, because I'm not working with you, you're not working with me. I wouldn't expect you gonna vote for me anyways. I think you might vote for Stoner. But I think you were open-minded in a way that you can try to listen to what I would say, and of course Stoner would say. But I know that you're a queen. You're such an amazing girl, a woman in this game, and you're popular in this game, and you always have the place in here. And definitely I love your energy. I love your charisma. I love your personality that stands you out, even though you're pretty much not in anyone's alliance. You make it this far, so kudos to you.
Beyblades, bongs, and birth control. What's up, Kennedy? Oh man, we had the best alliance name. There was no better alliance name than Beyblades, birth control, and bongs. That was funny as hell. I loved having the road trip calls with you, Ben, and Koa. It was really fun. Getting to not only meet your friends, but like I feel like I grew relationships with your friends, even though they weren't in this game. Me and Ben was my fucking man. If Ben was in this game, me and Ben final two. It's over. Nothing but love, Kennedy. I even if I voted with you that night, you go home because we would have lost Brian's extra vote in the revote. I think me and you, we just started working together a little too late. Me and Nick, we had a really good relationship, and with me and you, we had gone along so well, but it was so hard to trust you. I think the night that I was ready to make the big play on Derek, you were at 8:06. You come to me and you're like, "We can't do Derek. We have to do Jester." And I'm like, "Girl, it's 8:06. It's 8 fucking 06. We're not changing the vote right now. we're in tribal council." And we were both so stubborn. You know, I was like, I'm voting Derek, and you're like, I'm voting Jester, and we would not budge. And I think that does, you know, display a lot of game that you have because you were set to make your big play. I just think it was a little too late. You know, when I'm talking to Nick, I'm like, yo, is Kennedy with us? He's like, yeah. And then I talk to you, I'm like, yo, Kennedy, you're like, yeah. I'm like, you with us? You're like, yeah. I'm like, did Nick talk to you? You're like, yeah. I'm like, God, come on, I need more than a yes answer. Like, I'm trying to make a big play here. I need to know you got my back next round. And you just didn't give me that same sense of comfort that Nick gave me. Nick proved to me like Nick's got my back moving forward. I wasn't convinced that you had my back moving forward, Kennedy. And that's why I flipped back after voting out Derek. I think if you would have been willing to vote Derek that night, we could have maybe made something else happen later on. It was just difficult because we were on such opposite spectrums. You know, we worked together that night, and we still didn't vote together. That's how stubborn we were. And yeah, you're a good player. I'm really glad I got to meet Ben. I'm glad I got to meet Koa. I hope everything's all right. I know he might have to go home early. I hope all that's figured out. But yeah, you're a really good player. Really fun playing with you.
Okay, next up we have sixth placer Nick.
Go ahead, Chris. You want to start?
Nick, my boy, dude. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. Man, Nick. Oh, you had me crying after tribal. I'm not gonna lie. We had such a genuine bond. We've come a long way from playing, I think, Travelers, or I think I took you out wicked early, like second boot. And then coming into this game, we didn't get a chance to play at all until the merge. And you mentioned like, Chris Stoner, I've been waiting so long to play with you. I'm like, oh, it's time, Nick. And we did well. We did very well together. I'm thankful that you trusted me to use your extra vote. And I'm so sorry I couldn't use it the way you wanted me to. I know I told you I was going to use it against Jester, but it didn't make sense. Derek was my target that night. So when you messaged me and said, are you using it on Jester? And I look at you in the eye, I said, no. I said, I'm using it against Derek. You're just like, what the fuck? And I'm sorry, but it had to happen. The thing is, if I didn't do that, you don't flip. You only flip because your extra vote was going to Derek anyways. And I feel bad stealing your advantage in a sense, but it had to be done. Derek had to go. You know, there was no question in my mind that Derek had to go that night. I'm glad that you trusted me with the advantage. I'm glad you trusted me to hold on to it in case things went haywire. But I'm sorry I couldn't use it the way you wanted me to use it. I had to use it in the way that benefit my game, not your game. And I hope you respect that because I fucking love you, Nick. Fucking amazing person, amazing player. You would not stop fighting. Your torch was not snuffed until it was fucking snuffed. You were not giving up. And I think Ali or Chris, whoever wrote the Facebook post, they put it really well. Nick does not stop fighting until he's out. And that's why you won that mini, right? You won that mini like two or so days before that because you got the determination, you got the strategy, you know, and you're a threat, you know. Nothing but love, Nick. I'm very glad we got to talk. I'm very glad we got to have some real genuine conversations, and I got to open up to you about some shit, you know, that people don't really know about. So nothing but love. Amazing fucking person, amazing player, and yeah.
Yes, Nick. From my standpoint, Nick barely talked to me, because I don't know the time zones that we have. I mean, like, I'm working graveyard and they're working in the day, so like, it just doesn't come up. And the moment you talk to me, it's purely gameplay, like pretty much gameplay. How you're gonna flip on my side? You're gonna vote Derek out and trying to embarrass me to Derek that I'm voting Derek out. And I was like, Nick is smart. Nick is playing this game. And the sixth, I'm like the one is pushing you so hard. Not even Brian, not even the others. I'm the one pushing you so hard because like Nick is gonna win the game. And I've been telling that to Brian, planting seeds, because you don't give up. Like, I'm scared of you. Like, I'm scared to you to move forward in the game and going down numbers, and you were still there. Nick, you were not even in my top 7. You're pretty much like you're not even my live night. you're not you're not here on my live night when I do my calculations. Who am I going with? Nick, you were not there because I can see you're not working with me and I'm not working with you. It is just the both respects ways of how the game we played. We're just both in different sides, and unfortunately I didn't go with your side because it's not gonna benefit my game either. Because I mean you're targeting Kelly's one of my closest allies here. And yeah, Nick, I hope the next time we got to play, let's play together. And of course, I really know you're really gonna carry me in this game because you're such a big player that it's hard to get out, even though you're that big player. I respect you the most, and nothing but love and nothing but the best for you. Love you, Nick.
Okay, next up we have 5th placer Sam.
Oh, Sam. I love Sam. I have played with Sam before on the Andrew Clemencius game. Same thing. Um, you were booted out before me, but because I didn't find my footing on that game too, even though you were booted out before me, you find your footing there because it says in both touchy objects, you were both categorized as social and strategic. And it just shows how good you were in this game. It shows um how powerful you are as a player in this game. And of course, I love Sam. We connected in so different levels, like theater, musical background. We love singing diva songs. We love singing girl songs that like we use our higher range. And Sam, you are such an incredible good singer. Not even good, great singers that can go travel around the world. And Sam, you know that I love you the most. I respect you the most in this game. I know that in the Facebook game, you don't like Facebook game, but on the Skype games, you were like up there. And of course, I still wanna talk to you moving forward in the game. We call the hoe because we're both hoes in a reason, because I mean, let's be honest, Sam, let's both a hoe. But the hoe bitch in this game are finally still kicking ass. And I love you, Sam. I hope that the next time you don't target me, because it happens twice now, but it happened, Sam. And I love you so much, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Oh, Sam. Oh, I wish we didn't go after each other that night. Man, that sucked. But I knew it was happening. Me and you, we had this unspoken bond. Us final two, but we know damn well we're not taking each other to final fucking two. You were my biggest threat, Sam. I mean, the fact that you made final 5 is ridiculous. Everyone knows from the jump that you played this game harder than anybody. And I just found out that you're a fucking alternate. What? I am shook that you were an alternate, and you proved yourself that you should have been a first pick, because you busted your fucking ass. I'm not surprised you voted me that night. It's the same damn reason I voted for your ass that night. I think you're an amazing player. I'm shocked that Kelly saved me. I'm really shocked that she saved me over you, because I really thought that you guys were, click, click, boom. So nothing but love, Sam. I really think we have a fucking crazy relationship. From travelers to where I try to cause rocks to keep my 2 allies safe. And ultimately, it made you not trust me, to where cutthroat, you're coming after me from day one. You're giving me this disadvantage that gives me basically 3 disadvantages where I have to give away my vote 3 fucking times. And we both merged at the game, and we had this understanding, like, oh my God, we actually do get along. Right? The game didn't work out for us. I ended up voting you out, I think, second at the merge. But then we come to this game with this mindset: we gotta work together. This is the game. And the cutthroat boys, me, you, Derek, Josh, that was my fucking people. Josh wasn't down with it, so it ended up just being me, you, and Derek. We had the legendaries chat. And I think if you guys didn't vote CJ, I think I would have really been down to take us to Final Four. Me, you, Derek, and CJ. But after you voted CJ, man, that opened my eyes so fucking much. That made me realize I am not in this spot that I think I am. Sam and Derek, they're pulling me around like a goddamn ragdoll, and I can't do nothing about it. And that's why Derek had to go the next night. I had to weaken you a little bit. And ultimately, I'm glad that we were able to bounce back and work together the next few rounds. Final five is final five. We knew what we had to do. That's why you voted me. That's why I voted you. Nothing but fucking love, Sam. You know that you are an amazing player, an amazing person. You know where you stand in my heart. You're one of my closest org friends. Our relationship is up and down, but it's always positive. I think when I saw in Cutthroat, and I saw the wedding with you and Mitchell Stokes, that showed me the side of Sam that I've never seen. And that's side, like I'm the joker of the group. I try to make everyone laugh. I'm the clown. And that was something I would do. I would try to have a wedding, marry Mitchell Stokes, and ruin his game. And you did it in such a fucking funny way. Where I think Cutthroat made a shirt about it, You're an amazing player, Sam. I could go on for hours about you. I'm not going to, but you really are a phenomenal fucking player. You should not have come anywhere close to Final Five, but you did, and I don't know how. Amazing player. I'm very glad that we got to work together this game as long as we did.
Okay, next up we have Brian, who got 4th place.
You start, Chris.
Oh, Brian. Brian. My biggest regret in this game was making that deal with you the night before, saying I'll take you to Final Three. I thought I was doing the right thing when I woke up, and I gave you, 8+ hours to scramble. I told you right in the morning, look, I'm voting you out. Go talk to Jester, go talk to Kelly, do what you gotta do to make a tie. And I thought I was doing the right thing, giving you the heads up. But I realize now the right thing would have been to just not make that deal at all, And that deal was selfish. I wanted to cover my ass in case you won immunity. And you are right. Everything you said in your final message to me was right. And I hope it doesn't cost me the win at the end of the day. But I think I had to do what I had to do, Brian. Amazing player. The fact that you were so convincing in your final speech. You sent me a fucking essay on why I'm making the wrong decision. Why I've been preaching Medea 3, and here I am backstabbing Medea 3. And that's why you got to go. Your points were so fucking compelling. If you would have stayed, I think there's no doubt in my mind that if you win immunity, you vote me out for 3rd. And I think Jester would have thrown immunity because he knew we're both fucking taking him. And then I'm out. I get 3rd place. And I'm not having that, Brian. So I did have to vote you out. I don't expect your jury vote. I hope that you forgive me because you are an amazing person. We had some fun talks. You got to show me about your documentary where you're spreading awareness about the LGBT community in Asian countries. And that's such an amazing thing that you're doing, because that's fucking crazy. And I personally was blind to the fact that that you're punished. Your people are being punished over there because of your sexuality. And the fact that you guys are bringing up this documentary to spread awareness, to change the world, to change the countries, and to make them start being accepting of the LGBT community is insane. And I think that's a really, really cool job that you have. I think that's fucking awesome. So love you, Brian. I'm really fucking sorry, but I do think that was my biggest regret, but it had to be done. There's no way I beat you in the end.
And I'm right now, the moment you show up the screen, it's Brian. I've been looking for our chat because it's a lot that I have with you. I know Brian from the Facebook community. He roams around, he fucks around, and I'm kind of annoyed because how the way you in the Facebook, but when I got to meet you here, I was like, this is different, Brian, that I should not judge at all. Of course, me and Brian had this default connection. We're both Filipinos. We're both immigrants. We both wants to live in the US and maybe create a family here, like but me and Brian has this connection that non-stops. It's just non-stop. I see Kelly, but anyways, we'll still talk to Brian.
Sorry, I did it again. I don't know why I keep accidentally clicking, but keep going, Jester. We're still on Brian.
That's fine. Brian, this is Brian's right now. Oh God, you're so beautiful, Brian. But never, just kidding. Brian, I do love you as a personal. We talk a lot. We talk a lot in the days. We talk every day. We talk how, yes, about the sexuality goes in that in the place where you work now, and how how you even manage this game. And Brian, I'm so glad to meet you. I even cried that night when I'm voting you out, because part of me, I really want Three Medallas to go, because I mean, let's be honest, a part of me is an easy way to go to final two because you guys are targeting each other anyways. But the thing is, I have this personal growth with you that I've learned to help my gameplay in this game, because you taught me a lot, and that helps me in this game to even build connections with the others. You are such a great man, great personality. I love you so much, Brian. I wish I would chat you before that. And now I'm been regretting that I've judged you from the moment I see you on Facebook roaming around. Oh, he might be a bully, he might be bullying me, but not at all. Such a great person. I really love her, Brian, and definitely we're seeing in December 28th on my birthday. So it's not gonna stop. So you will see there's definitely pictures from both of us that we're hanging out with each other. So I'll see you, Brian, super soon.
Alrighty. Now, even though the picture's been up, we will get down to our last person for the rites of passage, which is our third placer, our fallen angel and org newbie. Kelly's first ever org was Triumph. Go ahead on your thoughts with Kelly.
All right, Kelly. Oh my God, girl, you saved my fucking ass at 5. The last person I would have expected to save me was you, and I'm forever thankful for that. And I'm glad you made that play, because clearly no one was lying to you that night. You know, Sam Brian voted me and Jess voted Sam, and you made the final decision, and I think you made the right one. Obviously I say that because I'm here. Yeah, but like I enjoyed our talks. You know, I enjoyed our conversations, our calls. I got to know you. You know, you're gorgeous, you're funny, you're smart, and you were so open. That's the thing. I voted you out the 2 rounds before that, back to back, and you were still open to working with me, which not many people can say. You know, a lot of people do hold grudges in games like this, and you were like, fuck a grudge. You know, let's work together if it makes sense for our game. And I really do admire that. For you to make all the way to the final 3 in your first game is incredible, honestly. I mean, Stevie example. I love Stevie to death. His first game, his first boot. Your first game, you're the last boot. That's insane. And I think you did play really good. And I voted you out, honestly, because I think you could have won this game. I do think any of the final 3 could have won. But the thing is, you had the best end game. You use your extra vote, use your stealer vote, take out Nick, then you flip on Sam, then you flip on Brian. You had the best end game. Simple as that. And I think Jester agrees with me. I think you could have really won this game. Another thing was you had no enemies. Everyone fucking loves you. Everyone loves you. No one had a bad thing to say about Kelly. And I'm proud that you made final 3 in your first game. And I'm excited to see what you can do next.
Yes. Me and Kelly, we didn't talk. I mean, we chatted. Boop, my internet, God says here unstable, but I think you guys see me still. But anyways, let's move to Cali. Cali, when pre-merge, we didn't even call, we didn't even pretty much chat base. And I know how busy you are, and the time zones are so different for me, and we just couldn't find a time to even call. The first day that we call in merge was, I believe, final line where Stevie went home, and we talked for hours and hours and hours. And I even said to my confessional, I'm bringing Kelly to the end no matter what, even though I lose the game, because I have this connection with Kelly that no one has. We both internationals. We both love like being talking with the Ariana Grande, with divas. We connected so much in a personal level where I found myself so happy to work with you. And Kelly, you didn't even try to flip. I mean, even though you voted for me, that's the thing what Stoner said. You don't hold a grudge. You're so open to work with anyone. And even though you were voted with me that time on the Derek's vote, you flip back and work with me. And you work with me to the end. And knowing that it's not, you didn't you didn't need to forgive me. You didn't even say sorry, because I already forgive you the moment you voted for me, and I already always forgive you, because no matter what, I have this connection with you, and I have this ride or die final two deal with you, that I would admit that if I win that immunity, I think I'm not taking Stoner today, and I'm taking you, Callie, because of how the growth that I have with you. Of course, let's be honest, Stoner was my best friend, but Kelly, you were such a light, and I love you so much. Like pretty much if I'm straight, you're my girl crush. But but of course it's not gonna have that way. But of course I always love you no matter what. And I just have to throw the challenge, because you have you guys both said that you guys gonna bring me to the end no matter what. So like I have to make sure I'm going to the end no matter what. And Stoner is not gonna give up that fucking challenge. Fuck him. Should be us. But Stoner is not gonna give up that challenge, even though I'm trying to trick him. But he's not budging it, because he just really wants to show that he is deserving to be in final two. Well, he deserved to be in the final two, but I already know who he's gonna take out, and he's gonna took me in the final two, and not you. So sad to say I didn't fight for you, but it is just I'm fighting for myself in the game to stay in the game until the final two. So that's just how it works the game. But you clearly killed your first game, Kelly, and you said to me that this is your last game, and I don't think this is your gonna be last game. I really want you to see play more, and I want you to see. I'm gonna push you to play more. And yes, Kelly, I love you, Kelly.
Alrighty, and with that, that is it. We have gotten through our rites of passage. Before I stop the recording, is there anything else that either of you would like to say to reflect on your journey here in Triumph Sahara?
Chris starts.
Yeah, I guess I got to find a word. I guess I got the privilege to play with all of you, except for Marvin. And I had the disservice of voting you all out. I thank you guys for being part of the jury. I don't think I could have gotten here, honestly, without having to do what I had to do every round. And I know I broke a lot of friendships. I think I broke a lot of feelings. I hurt a lot of people. And I just hope everyone can understand, like, that's not who I am outside the game. In the game, I wanted to win. I haven't made finals in like 6 years. I wanted to bust my ass day in, day out until I got to the end. And I didn't care who I had to vote out. I didn't care when I had to vote them out or why I had to vote them out. I just knew I had to vote them out. And that's that, and that's that. And I hope you all can understand that and respect the game. And if not respect the game, I hope you can at least forgive the game moves I made. And we can all sit down and have a beer, smoke some weed after this, and just hang out. Amazing cast. Jester, dude. I love you, buddy. Nothing but love. And good luck.
Yeah, same with me. this cast is amazing. I didn't even know that I'm gonna be here to yet because of the amazing cast is. It's all badass. And I didn't meet Amanda, but that's just like how crazy this game could be. Like I just didn't meet Amanda at all. Out of all people that's been here. So I was like, this game is such a hard game. Triumph is one, and of course, if Stoner didn't make to final two from the last 6 years, hey, this is my first time making final two in this Skype community. So I don't know if I'm getting that opportunity again, but I'm so happy with how I played this game and how I manage my relationship with people. And I'm pretty sure maybe I much hurt someone's feelings in the game, like maybe Brian, maybe Sam, but you all know this is just part of the game, and nothing but love for you guys. And I do what I had to do in order to me going to the finals, and that's why I'm sitting here, because I do the best thing I can do to stay in this game. So yes, and I'll see you all soon later. I'm excited to see, but I'm scared and nervous later because of how the questioning is gonna be. But I'm just gonna have fun later and try to beat Stoner as I love Stoner.
Okay, thank you, Stoner and Jester, for doing the rites of passage.